So I'm sitting in my plastic hoop house, and you know, I put so much work into putting a second layer of 6mm plastic. So I had 6mm plastic, a 1-inch air gap, second layer of 6mm plastic, had it, you know, perfectly facing the sun. Would come in here with stock pots full of boiling water, had a little clay pot candle heater, and I did good for a while, but when it got down to 15, 16 degrees Fahrenheit out, I just wasn't able to keep it more than about 30 in here. And you know, I had to go to work and stuff, and I couldn't just spend all day every day running in here with pots of boiling water and replacing candles in the heater. And you know, it wasn't like it was 15 degrees, 20 degrees for an hour or two. It was 15, 20 degrees and then below freezing for days on end. And everything in here is dead pretty much, with the exception of a couple of little Brussels sprouts. But the ants survived. That's one thing I don't understand. If the tomatoes and the peppers and the basil and the citrus trees and everything else are all melted and dead, how did the ants manage to survive? That's a good question. Apparently ants are a lot more cold tolerant than tomatoes. All my tomato plants are completely dead. We still got ants running around. But anyway, just a quick little update about the hoop house. You know, it's 70 degrees in here now, despite the fact that it's 30 outside. But it just doesn't hold heat at night. It does a great job of really heating up in the daytime when the sun shines on it. But even being very well insulated, you know, it just doesn't seem to hold as much heat as it needs to overnight. It only holds about a 10 to 15 degree difference, and like I said, if it's 15 degrees out, it's 30 in here, and tomato plants can't tolerate 30 for extended periods of time. But apparently ants can. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Thank y'all for tuning into Primitive Organic Garden today. I'm so glad these fire ants are frozen solid. This is a huge fire ant hill right here, or was. It's no longer a fire ant hill, it's now a block of ice. This is very unusual for us. Got plenty of firewood. Today'd be a nice day to cook on the grill. I've never seen icicles on a loquat tree. I have 4 or 5 loquat trees. Never seen icicles on one before. It's pretty. Everything's dead. Just like everything. Everything's just dead. I really want to look in their hoop house. Sure, it's just a complete disaster. Oh look, everything's dead. Stupid frozen pumpkin. Stupid frozen Brussels sprouts. Stupid kale. Frozen dog. This leaks like no big deal. Alright. Good times. Good times in the primitive organic swamp garden. Snow in the swamp is a once in 20-year occurrence. Maybe once in 30-year occurrence. I don't think I've seen this much snow here ever. I'm almost 30. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll check back sometime later today when there's more snow. Look at that dog. Tara, come here. Come here. Hey, come here, bud. Come here. Zoro. Zoro, come here, bud. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. Hey, come here. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Welcome back to Primitive Organic Garden. It is 15 degrees outside. It got down to 14 last night. That's record low temperatures for us. Probably haven't seen temperatures this low in 5 decades. Longer than I've been alive. In my lifetime, we've never seen temperatures this low here. Anyway, there's still tons of snow outside. We got at least 8 inches. But despite the fact that it is 15 degrees outside, here in my crappy hoop house, it is nearly 60. Feels pretty nice in here with the sun. Almost everything in here is completely dead. That's unfortunate because yesterday I came in here and there were a handful of things that looked like they had survived the 16, 17 degree temperatures of the last couple days, but last night it hit 14. But the fact that everything is dead, whatever, it still feels really nice in here in the daytime when I come in here with a chair and a beer and read a book. This hoop house does a fantastic job of heating up when the sun shines on it. Like I said, it's 15 outside and it's 60 in here, but it doesn't seem to retain heat during the depths of night, despite the fact that it's very well insulated. There's no open spots. It's double poly layered. I think it's 6 mil plastic, and I have 2 layers with a 1-inch air gap. It should be well insulated. It's got leaves and wood chips on the ground that should be decomposing and producing heat. And I put pots of boiling water in here, but for some reason it just doesn't seem to hold heat as well. I can only keep it about a 15 degree difference. So, when it was 30 out, I was able to keep it 45 in here and the plants were happy. But when it got down to 19, I could only keep it, maybe 32 in here. And then when it got down to 14, it was probably only 25 in here. But anyway, it's nice in here right now, so I think I'm gonna sit in here and read a seed catalog and just look at all the dead stuff. And it smells like absolute silage in here, but Anyway, just wanted to show you all that it's nice and toasty in here, despite the fact that there's snow everywhere outside and it's 15 degrees out. Give you all another update soon. If anybody has any suggestions for how I can help the hoop house retain heat at night, you know, it almost heats up too much in the daytime. A lot of times in the daytime it'll be 100 degrees in here, but at nighttime, you know, it gets close to the same temperature as outside once the sun's down, and it just seems like the heat dissipates. Maybe I need to put more pots of water in here or something, but there's not a whole lot of room. Anyway, if anybody has any suggestions, let me know.